Contracts right there. Official engineer, DJ.
This my DJ right here. We got Digital Dope. This is my manager, Roland Williams, Digital Dope. So any questions or anybody trying to get up with me, you definitely gonna probably have to go through this man right here. We got Humble. Oh, we got the artist. We got my artist right here, Young Jeff.
We got some gifts for y'all.
Oh, we got some gifts for y'all. We got Cassie J. We got another super producer in the building, Cassie J.
Bango Fresh producer.
Yeah, so what? This is what I want to do before I start.
Listen up.
Before I start listening to the beats, I want to make sure I answered any questions. Anybody had questions? A lot of times, but when producers get in the room, they got questions. I'm like, man, how you get to this, or how I do this and that. So what I want to do right now is open up the room, maybe for about 20 minutes for questions. We can do that before we start listening to the music. So if anybody got questions, I ask y'all really to raise your hand. We get the conversation going. Go ahead, you can start off, bro.
All right, so I know a lot of people probably ask you this, but how did you get your start? Like, what was your first beat that you made that put you over the top?
Well, the way I started making music is playing music in the church. Like, my mom is the choir director, my dad is a preacher. So I was one of them guys that, you in church, 4 days out the week. So as a youngster being in church all the time, you got to find something to do, you know what I mean? So I'm playing on the drums, then I started playing with the organ and the keyboard. So that's what got me started doing music. Now making beats, I started making beats when I was in San Francisco, California. I moved around a lot, because my dad was in the military. Moved to San Francisco, California, ran to the guy by the name of JT the Bigger Fitter. He heard me playing the keyboard and like, man, you dope. I need to take you to the studio. He took me to the studio, showed me how to work the equipment, and would just leave me there. He was like, okay, Zay, well, I'm finna go take care of some business here. You can play with the studio equipment. So that's how I started learning how to make beats. I got my first couple of placements down there on his album, San Quinn album. These is local rappers in the Bay Area. Now my
Uncle
first,
now.
huh?
Uncle now,
Yeah,
I knew who they were.
Yeah, they was big time. They big time Bay Area rappers back in the day. But now my first big song was So Icy. I don't know if y'all remember So Icy, Young Jeezy, Gucci Man. Yeah. So, and that just came out of working with a guy like Gucci Man. Like me and him was just, you know how you got like a homeboy he just want to rap all the time. You want to make beats, and y'all do that, and then until something blow up. And that's just kind of how it happened for me. And the reason I chose to continue to work with somebody like Gucci, because I knew he was going to do whatever it takes to make it in the game. So anytime, any producer in here, when you find an artist that you feel like you got good chemistry with, and you feel like they really hungry and they really want to make it, make sure you do whatever they need to help them make it in the game, because that's how you going to blow up. That's how I did. I knew once he made it, then I made it. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all might be too young to know all the early Gucci stuff, but Gucci used to be Zaytoven, Zay this and that, Zaytoven. You know what I mean? He just made my name so big that money couldn't even pay for that. You know what I mean? The way he was
30,000.
Yeah, the way he was
bird tag on it.
He was blowing my name up. So I always encourage producers. They be like, man, well, how do I get in? I always try to say, attach yourself to an artist, because the game is really built on producer and artist collaborations. You know what I mean? The chemistry. When you think of Dr. Dre, you think of Snoop Dogg. When you think of Timbaland, you think of Missy. You think of Puff and Biggie. You know what I mean? That type of thing. The game is meant for those type of collaborations. So yeah, the yin and the yang. So and then my first song, So Icy. And that's kind of like what got me in the game, but I still was scared. Like, I still felt like, I don't think I thought it was luck. I thought like, man, I caught a song, I got a hit. But okay, this ain't gonna happen no more, so let me just enjoy it while I can. Do the right thing with the money I got. I was cutting hair in the barbershop. So even though I had a song on the radio, my song was #1 on the radio. And I was still in the barbershop cutting hair. So, you know what I mean? So a lot of times what I try to preach to the people too is have some type of stability. Don't put so much pressure on you making it in the industry, because then what if you don't make it, or you might not, your music might not come out as good because it's so much pressure pressure for you to make it in the game. Like, the reason why I think I was successful was because it wasn't that much pressure for me. I'm cutting hair in the barbershop. I play the organ at church. I got stability. I know I'm making some money already, so it ain't like I gotta depend on me selling a beat or me getting on the radio for me to survive. You know what I mean? I know a lot of times people hear the story like, boy, I'm living out of my car. And, you know what I mean? The people like, the dream, that's all my dream is, music. I know I'm gonna make it, so I ain't, I quit everything. I'm just living out my car. Well, you might continue to live out your car. You know what I mean? What if you don't make it? But I think when music is, music is a feeling for us. Music is something we love to do. It's a hobby for us more than anything. So once you treat it like that, when you having fun doing it, and don't put so much pressure on yourself of saying, well, man, if this song don't make it, if I don't make it in here, then I ain't gonna survive. Then you might not make it. You know what I mean? So I always encourage stability. That don't work. It don't happen like that for everybody, but I know that's how it happened for me. So I always encourage that. You know what I mean? Maybe if you got a little part-time gig, we producers. So we got to keep, we got to keep some money coming in. So we got to buy new equipment. We got to buy new plug-ins. So, And then, to answer your question, So Icy was my first big record. That's how I got in the game. And I stuck with that mentality all the way to this day. Like, I was still in the barbershop, cutting hair after I did Usher, Papers. Now, mind you, between So Icy and Papers, I had a whole lot of records in between. I had major tracks. I had hits all the way in between them. But I was still at the barbershop because I was still like, man, I don't know. Still don't know if it's gonna continue to last or continue to do it. Now, once I had the number one song, in the country. I was cutting hair at the barbershop. It wasn't until I did Versace with Migos when I finally, that was 2013, when I said, you know what? I was forced to be out the barbershop. Like, I couldn't even go there no more because too many people want to come take pictures, want to give me their music. The other barbers like, man, dang, let us make some money. You know what I mean? So I had to be forced out the barbershop. But that's, I kept that same mentality. That's what kept me so humble and kept me so, so hungry for making it. Because I kept being on edge like, man, this jump is not promised tomorrow. You can be hot right now. You can have the hottest song in the world right now. I know y'all done seen that. You can have the biggest song in the world. And tomorrow's like, oh, he ain't hot no more. We don't listen to him no more. So, you know what I mean? I think I always had that type of open mind when you're doing this music stuff and when you're attacking the game. Because, you got to stay on your toes. I'm still, even though I'm in here looking for new producers and stuff to sign and be up under me, I'm competitive. I still want to be the man. I still want to be like, hey, man, Zay too hard. I still like to hear that. So, at the same time, I'm still competing with everybody. I'm competing with y'all in here. So, you know what I mean?
Put it out there.
Nah, for real. It's like, I'm competitive. That's just how I am with music. And that's the reason why I stayed in it so long. I don't know how many producers y'all know, like, I had my first big hit in 2004. It's 2018 right now. So you can still go to every big project that's coming out and still, see Zaytoven on it.
What about the movies? What's the latest projects you got working on now?
Well, in the midst of being a producer, I started doing movies. Ran into this my buddy by the name of Al Nuke, and he was a film director. And I always feel like God put people in your life for different reasons. Now, me being a producer, that's cool. That's one thing. You kept, people was hearing my name for so long, they never knew what I looked like. It's like, I could be right in somebody's face, and it's like, man, I'm Zaytoven. Like, man, you ain't Zaytoven. You know what I mean? They don't, because it's like, they thought Zaytoven was some big old dude, No. Because they kept hearing my name, but they didn't know what I looked like. So, watched the movie. My first movie was called Birds of a Feather. It was on Netflix. It did real good on Netflix. It sold out of Best Buy, Walmart, all that. So if you haven't seen it, make sure y'all go check out the movie Birds of a Feather. But you can go on YouTube and watch it if you want to.
Yeah, we got it on YouTube. We got it on YouTube now.
Yeah, it's on YouTube now. So that's definitely, I think,
I got an iPad. I'm watching that
big,
video.
Yeah, watch it. I think that was another big piece of my success. The reason I even did the movie is because I felt like I wasn't as hot of a producer at the time. So, you know, in this music game, in this entertainment, whether you're a rapper, you're a DJ, or, you know, a producer, whatever it is you do, you got to find creative ways. You got to find creative ways to keep yourself relevant and keep yourself high. Go ahead.
I got a question, man.
What's up?
How did you come about working with Jigga?
Jay-Z.
What? That's amazing beat.
What's so crazy is, how many of y'all listen to Jay-Z? Y'all, y'all like
I
Jay-Z?
know.
Okay.
Down here.
Okay.
Specifically.
Yeah. I know. I ride with Jay-Z.
I ain't gonna lie. I keep it all the way at 100.
Yeah, it's a whole nother drip up there.
Me, I never was just a big Jay-Z fan. I always thought he was the truth, but he never just made me feel like, ooh, I want to be like him. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you said, it just seemed like it was just too far away.
Yeah, too far away.
So I never even looked at them guys as in, oh, I'm gonna get him some beats one day, or, you know, he gonna be rapping on some of my music. So I ain't never thought about that. So I was in LA, and you know, a lot of people want to do deals with me, like publishing deals, record deals. I was sitting down with this guy named Big John. He's a big dog in the publishing game. He was like, hey man, me and Jay was just talking about you. I'm like, Jay, well, who is Jay? What you talking about? You know, what Jay you talking about? He said, man, watch this. So he texted Jay-Z on the phone like, hey man, I got Zaytoven right here. Jay-Z hit back with the whoa and said, hey man, can Zaytoven come to my house? And I was like, for real? Like, I didn't even know that he even paid attention to who I, you know what I mean, paid attention to who I was. So that very next day, I go to Jay-Z house. I mean, the house where Beyonce at and Blue Ivy, y'all, you know what I mean? But it was just amazing to me. Now I'm sitting down, me and Jay-Z kicking it, you know, in his basement, just talking, you know, 2-3 hours, just kicking it. I never, you know, imagined, you know, anything like that. Being a producer coming up the way I did, you know, I never thought that. Not only did I not reach out to him, but he reached out to me. Like, hey, hold on. You know, he got something I want. And he specifically said, I need Zaytoven. I want them beats with them pianos and strings and stuff like that. So that means he been paying attention. You know what I mean? Guys like that, you know, they got certain tastes. Yeah, they masters. So it's like, okay, I know what I want. I want what he got right there. So, you know, to me, that was just amazing. Just to sit there. I know when I put that picture up, everybody was like, ooh.
Hey, when I saw that shit, I said, ooh,
Internet was crazy.
I flipped out when I saw that. I was like, what?
But for me, like, even if a song never came out with me and Jay-Z, it still gave me the confidence, you know, and whatever I needed to keep, you know what I mean, going hard. It's like, it's just confirmation for me, like, dang, Jay-Z just called me over to his house. You know what I mean? Even if one song that never come out, you know what I mean? I got what I needed from that, you know, that situation. So.
But he always, one thing about Jay-Z, why I've been following so long, he always been saying for the longest, the South gonna come up. Mm-hmm. He always been on that T.I. He was on that T.I. That's what he said he could listen to. So when he got to, I said, boy, he been listening to South producers, but when he got Zay enough, I'm like,
the artist, something like Kodak. Like when you think of Kodak, when you work with artists like Kodak, like what do you think about like artists like him, and then specifically the other artists that you heard from Florida? What's the difference between him and why, you know,
Haitian?
Who?
Yeah, Haitian.
I don't know that is.
I say he Haitian.
Oh yeah.
The fact that he's Haitian.
Man, it's, you know, this game is always looking for new flavors and new ways to approach. Like who always been the big guys from Florida? I know Flyers was big.
Trick,
Ross,
Flow Rider, Pitbull.
T-Pain, yeah.
All this is all been a
Florida got a variety.